So I was doing athletics for a very long time, since the age of 12, probably when most people were starting to play rugby. I'm doing shot put and discus throw, sort of went to World Championships, European Junior Championships, Commonwealth Youth Games, and then my most recent experience was Commonwealth Games in 2014 in Glasgow. So that was sort of the ultimate for me, and it was the big one. And after 2014, I just sort of started falling out of love with it, and I told myself I was going to retire from sport. I thought I'd just be a normal person. I'd go home after work and sit and watch TV and have some family time and just be normal. But that lasted about 2 weeks, and I just kind of got bored at home just after 2014 when I wanted a bit of a change. I thought it's time now to give rugby a go. And a few years later, here I am. Even watching it on TV, the aggression level and just being able to run into people, and just so many things that you're allowed to do on a rugby pitch that are not acceptable in normal life, to be honest. So no, I sort of enjoyed that bit of it. And when I had to go, I literally just phoned up my local rugby club, Medway Rugby, asked them what days and what time they trained, and went down there for my first session. And I remember one of the activities was sort of handstand push-ups and wrestling, and again just being aggressive. And I thought, this is great, like, this is actively encouraged. So it got me hooked from the first session, to be honest. I had my first game of 15s in the December of 2015, and then I remember having a game in April, and I sort of started to understand the ruck laws and sort of where I can go and rucking over or just going straight through. And for me, that was a sort of a small little clicking point. And I actually remember saying to the coach at the time, I think I get it now. Like, I think I get what I have to do. I'm not constantly giving penalties away, and I think I get it. And he goes, okay, good, we'll carry on getting it. And then it was when I was watching the England women in the Six Nations match, and it was around my birthday in March. And watching them on the pitch, I thought, I reckon I could do that. I think these things in my head, and they're always a great idea. And then you say them out loud, and you think, maybe that is a bit unrealistic. But yeah, it was always in my head. I used to say to people, I want to play for England, and some people would go, all right, like, good, well done, good chat. Do you know what I mean? And then a couple of people went, okay, well, what are you going to do about it? So it was, yeah, when I got that phone call, I remember I was on my firefighter recruit course, and it was, what are you doing next week? It was literally that quick, because I'd been playing Premiership that was into my second season, and so they'd seen what I've done in the past and hope what I could do more in the future with them, and sort of with even more coaching. And yeah, I do remember that phone call sort of coming out of class, like, can I just take this phone call, knowing that I didn't recognise the number and had an inkling of what it might be. It's a bit of a whirlwind, and it just sums up my life really, because I don't even like to take out a 2-year phone contract, because I don't know what I'm going to be doing in 2 years and if I'll be in the country. So yeah, my life just changes constantly, and I just embrace it all the time and take up the challenges. One of my favourite comments from my mum recently, so I got my shirt framed after many months, and we was trying to decide what to put on the plaque. And I say things like, oh, first cap or first international cap, and Mum's going, but it's not your first cap, because you've competed for your country in athletics over 20 times. So you have to say something about rugby, and it's just that little comment to think, oh yeah, this is not my first rodeo, and I have been sort of in the international game for a while, but now it's proud that I can say that I've done it in 2 sports. Even just a full-time athlete in athletics or any sport, I wouldn't imagine it as a female. So yeah, it's pretty special. And I did have some decisions to make around my career in the fire brigade, but then ultimately in my head I thought, if this was sort of 5, 6, 7 years ago, even in athletics, if I'd have given the opportunity to be a full-time athlete as a female, I'd have snapped your hand off. So it's just that once in a lifetime opportunity now, especially as I'm getting a little bit old, just to take it while I can, and then a career can be a career afterwards. 3, 2, 1. England!